The glamour of Las Vegas, the city of entertainment. This weekend it plays host to NASCAR as it comes to town to race at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Now, the ARCA Menards Series West season kicks off next door at the Bullring. The top three in last year's West standings have all moved on, leaving the door open for drivers like Trevor Huddleston to improve on his 2-win season from a year ago. They'll face tough competition as Sam Mayer, the defending champion from the ARCA Menards Series East, is here and looking to keep the momentum from his new Smyrna win earlier in the month. Welcome to the Star Nursery 150 from the Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. I'm Rick Allen. Charles Krall and Heather DeVoe will bring you all the action tonight. A beautiful night for racing. Skies are clear and the temps are in the low 50s. The Bullring plays host to the West Series for the first time since 2012, but the last 2 years have seen the ARCA Menards Series West race the dirt track at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Last year, Haley Deegan won in dramatic fashion on the last lap as she moved Jagger Jones out of the way to win one of the 2 races that she had gone to victory lane last year. As we take a look at the location for this track, Google Maps shows us the Bullring is just 12 miles from the Strip in Las Vegas, across the street from Nellis Air Force Base. Tonight's race kicks off an exciting 11-race schedule for the competitors of the West Series that sees them race at some great tracks like the half-mile at Irwindale, the road course at Sonoma, and the half-mile at Kern County Speedway in Bakersfield. Something new this year, besides these exciting 11 races, the teams from the ARCA Menards East and West Series will also be allowed to enter and compete in the 10-race portion of the short track season of the ARCA Menards Series called the Sioux Chief Showdown. For more information, you can go to the arcaracing.com site. Earlier today, the General Tire Pole Award was won by 21 Sam Mayer with a pole speed of 92.396 miles per hour. Heather DeVoe caught up with the General Tire Pole Award winner earlier.
Really consistent throughout the whole entire qualifying run, so I feel like it's going to be pretty stable throughout the race run too. So I can't thank GMS enough for bringing a great car out here to Vegas to have a really good chance to win, and have the Spencer Clark Foundation on is it's really special to me and everyone else at GMS, Maura Gallagher, who owns the whole place, and it's really special to him too, and it's special to me to have it on the car and represent it.
Tonight's race analysis shows that we are racing on a .375-mile oval, and it's a fast, tight bull ring. We'll run 150 laps for 56.25 miles, and the last time we raced the bull ring in 2012, Greg Persley was the winner. Let's take a look at our Bounty Rookie Spotlight, and for more on that, we send it to Heather DeVoe.
Hey, thanks, Rick. For tonight's Bounty Rookie Spotlight, we're going to be focusing on those 5 drivers from the Bill McAnally stable. This is the first year Bill has not had a veteran driver to lead these rookies and show them the way. So they're really going to be leading on their crew chiefs and spotters to get accustomed to racing these ARCA Menards West cars. Now, when I spoke to Bill earlier, he said he's really comfortable with these drivers that he's chosen. He feels confident in their abilities, and he says he has a really good group, and he believes they have a ton of potential. But speaking of Bill, their goal this season is to get their 10th championship, and also they're going for their 100th win. So we will see if Gio Scelzi, Holly Holland, Gracie Trotter, Lawless Allen, or Jesse Love can get it done tonight here at the Bullring.
Now for the call of tonight's racing action, we send it to the PA announcer, Charles Krall.
Sam Mayer picking up that General Tire pole in qualifying. He'll start alongside Jesse Love. There you see Joey West and Gracie Trotter back in row 2. Sunrise Ford teammates Blaine Perkins, Trevor Huddleston back in row 3. Jack Wood, Todd Souza, Gio Scelzi, and Lawless Allen rounding out the top 10. A couple of drivers to keep an eye on out back. We're going to keep our eye on Holly Holland starting 14th, and Chris Loudon back in 15th. Coming off of turn 4, green flag is in the air, and we are racing here at the Bullring. And on the brake, Sam Mayer keeping that car right down on the bottom. He's going to stretch out to the lead with Jesse Love falling back in a second. Love trying to deep down to the inside. Not going to make it stick. Sam Mayer will lead the field across the stripe to complete lap 1. Pick it up where he left off at New Smyrna. There you see the battle for third and fourth, as we see Joey East look into the inside of Gracie Trotter. Trotter trying to make that outside line work as we have a battle for the lead brewing early on here. Jesse Love now working to the inside. He's going to make a pass on Sam Mayer to take the lead. Kind of unexpected. Sam Mayer was kind of expected to jump out and stretch things out here in the early going. Jesse Love not having any of that. He's going to take the lead as we come across to complete lap number 3. So Jesse Love with a lot of laps of experience here in Legends car competition. He will take over the top spot and push Sam Mayer back into that second position. They've opened up about a half a straightaway advantage over Gracie Trotter, who has taken over third. And there you see a battle for that fourth position. Blaine Perkins to the inside of Joey East. He's going to take over that fourth spot and push Joey East back to fifth. And there you see the other of the Sunrise Ford teammates. That is Trevor Huddleston making the move over to the 6 car this year. Trevor spending some time in the 9 car in 2019. He's going to move over to the 6 this year, and East.
ARCA Menards Series West Racing on NBCSN is brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards and by General Tire. Hashtag anywhere is possible.
Anywhere is possible.
Welcome back to ARCA Menards Series West Racing on NBCSN. First time since 2012, the ARCA Menards Series West has taken to the Bullring here. Last couple of seasons, we've been just to the other side of the racetrack property here, running on the dirt track. Haley Deegan picking up a very popular win over on the dirt last February as we keep our eyes on that battle for the lead. That 19 car that Jesse Love leads the field with. It's the one that Haley Deegan drove to victory. There we see Gio Selzy making his way up to the field. Gio started back in the 9th position, currently working his way towards the front of the field, taking over the 5th position that time around. And there's Lawless Allen making his move to the inside of Jack Wood as well. Had a chance to talk with Lawless earlier this afternoon, and a great young man as we see a pass for the lead. There you have it. Sam Mayer moving back to the inside of Jesse Love, and he's going to take over the top spot as they work to the outside of Bridget Burgess there, the number 88. Bridget's had a pretty adventurous day. We'll talk about that here in a little bit as we take a look at that action that put Sam Mayer back on top of the scoring pylon. You see, looking to the outside, he's going to make a crossover move off of turn 2. He's going to dive it down off into turn 3, and there you see Sam Mayer retaking that top spot. As he, opens up a 5, making a 10-car length lead already just a couple of laps later. Sam Mayer driving off into the distance in that Spencer Clark Foundation Chevrolet. There's a good battle. A little bit farther back in the field, 8th and 9th. Looks like Trevor Huddleston moving to the inside of Joey East, and we saw that number 54 machine, and there you see it again, folks. A little bit of smoke out of the tailpipes of that number 54 car for Joey East, and I had a chance to meet that young man earlier this afternoon, working very closely with former West Coast stock car superstar, now team owner David Gilliland, actually the East family purchasing a couple of cars from DGR Crosley Racing a little bit. Selzy spinning, and that will put us under the caution flag for the first time here this afternoon. Boy, when you've got two teammates fighting for position on the racetrack, sometimes there might be a little contact. Let's take a look at the replay here, and there you see it. Just the slightest bit of contact there on the left rear quarter panel. Sends Gio on a slow slide through turn 4. And unfortunately not able to get that car refired before he was put a lap down there by Sam Mayer. So a very tough break here in the early going. And there you see Gio, the youngest ever winner in the World of Outlaws, picking up a big win on the very difficult, very treacherous half mile up at Williams Grove at the ripe old age of 16. You are watching ARCA Menards Series West action from the Bullring here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Field bunched up over in turns 3 and 4 as Sam Mayer will bring them off of turn 4 to complete lap 30. Green flag in the air, and on the break, we are side by side down into turns 1 and 2. Jesse Love trying to make that outside groove stick. Not going to make it happen. There you see Sam Mayer stretching out that lead, and Gracie Trotter now going to try to fill that gap. Not able to make it happen. Jesse Love slamming that door shut off into turns 3 and 4. Top 3 stringing out single file as you see that battle back in the pack. The 2 Sunrise Ford teammates going at it, and there you see Lawless Allen working that outside groove. He is to the outside of Trevor Huddleston through turns 3 and 4. Let's see if Lawless Allen able to make the top side of that racetrack work here tonight.
Still stuck on the outside.
Not going to make it happen. Not going to make it happen, as it looks like Trevor Huddleston will round out that top 5. Lawless Allen falling back into that 6th position. There you see the battle for 7th and 8th. Jack Wood in the number 78 automobile. It has been a long day for Jack Wood in the 78. We'll talk about that here in a little bit as we move back up to the front of the field. You see Sam Mayer stretching out the advantage over Jesse Love, and there you see that battle back towards the tail end of the top 10. Ooh, a little contact right there. Joey East getting a little sideways. The body check there on Jack Wood in the 78 car. Also see the 17 machine, that's Zack Telford, young man making his 3rd career ARCA Menards Series. A very young-looking 15-year-old Zack Telford out here swapping paint here in the Star Nursery 150. We see teammates now going at it. Last time we saw teammates, it didn't work out too well, but here we see the Sunrise Ford teammates. Looks like Trevor Huddleston to the inside of Blaine Perkins. Move Huddleston up into that 4th position. And now you see Lawless Allen trying to work his way down to the inside of Blaine Perkins. Allen, the 2019 Trans Am 2, the TA2 division Rookie of the Year. Also the 2018 late model champion over at Irwindale Speedway. We will follow the ARCA Menards Series West down to Irwindale towards the end of March. Look forward to my first visit to that racetrack.
Yeah, I kind of wonder.
It's Lawless now trying to stalk Trevor Huddleston as they come up on Bridget Burgess, and there you see Huddleston getting stuck back behind Bridget Burgess. He's going to give up that position to Lawless Allen. Allen now on the move as he makes his way up into the further up into the top 5, moving up into that 4th position. He's got about a straightaway to make up on teammate Gracie Trotter. Let's see, now that he's worked his way through traffic, let's see if he's able to track down Trotter. There you see the gap between Gracie Trotter. You saw her race to the left side of the screen there. She worked her way out of turns 2. There's that battle for position. Lawless Allen on a 3-car length advantage over Trevor Huddleston back in 5th. Lawless Allen looking to compete for the Bounty Rookie Challenge here as we see Bridget Burgess off the pace. She's had an adventurous day in that number 88 automobile. You see a little smoke coming from the left front corner of that automobile. She comes to us out of Toole, Utah. But she doesn't sound like she's got a Utah accent. Actually, her family hails from Australia. Her mom's got a thick Australian accent, but Bridget doesn't quite have that same inflection as we look at that battle for 8th and 9th. There's Jack Wood in the number 78 automobile trying to hold off that 17 machine of Zack Telford. Jack has had an adventurous day. We were talking about this a few moments ago. I was patrolling the pit area. I'm just trying to get to know some of these guys as we were having a little downtime in the action here today, and I went to look for Jack over at his trailer, and I couldn't find him anywhere. And I looked all over the place. He was underneath the race car, swapping out engines. The head gasket went out on the primary engine, and he crawled under the car with the crew and helped swap the engine out, and they barely made it in time for General Tire Pole qualifying earlier this evening, and actually had a really good lap, qualified in that 7th position, and he's having a pretty good day here as he's still fighting up in that top 10. Doing a great job holding off Zack Telford. There you see Zack lighting up the brakes on that number 17 machine as he tries to battle for that position, trying to take over that 7th and 8th position, that battle for 7th and 8th. Here as we continue to tick off the laps, almost 1/3 of the way through the the Star Nursery 150. I was looking at those Sunrise Ford teammates. Getting myself a little sideways here. NASCAR K&N Pro Series era. Yeah, when we approach the halfway point, we would have a 5-minute break to allow the teams to change tires or make an adjustment, maybe add a little bit of fuel. We're not going to do that here tonight. This race, one segment, there will be no break, no pit stops in this race either. We're going to go 150 laps straight through as we take a look at that battle for position underneath Jack Wood. Zack Telford diving down to the inside. Telford with the preferred line down into turns 3 and 4. Wow, look at Jack Wood fighting tough back on that outside groove, trying to keep that position as they come across some lap traffic. There you see the 11 car, Chris Loudon. He's going to get in the mix there as that's going to allow Zack Telford to take over that position. More battles back in the pack. Gio Scelzi trying to work his way back to the field. Action all over the racetrack here at the Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Look at those brakes glowing bright orange on these. Even down the straightaway, you don't have enough time off the brakes to get those cars to get the air onto the brakes to cool those brake rotors off. So brakes glowing incredibly bright as we see. That is the 7 car. Austin Reed swapping some paint with Gio Scelzi. Let's take a look back at the front of the field as we check in on our leader, Sam Mayer. Mayer stretching out that advantage over Jesse Love back in second. A full straightaway advantage for Sam Mayer as he continues to stretch it out here as we now have 57 laps in the books. And there you see he's closing in on that battle for position we were just looking at. There's Todd Souza in the number 13 car. Todd's going to follow a lap down here as Sam Mayer setting an incredibly torrid pace here as we start to reach the mid stages of the Star Nursery 150. Gio Scelzi, the next victim ahead of Sam Mayer. And you know, Sam, the defending ARCA Menards Series East champion, defending Rookie of the Year in the East Series as well, plans on chasing the East Series title again. And we saw him kick his title defense off in style down at New Smyrna last Monday night, picking up his 5th career series victory. As we see slower traffic ahead, there's Bobby Hillis in the number 0 car. And if you look at that machine, it's got a little less than symbol right before the 0 on the side of that car. Bobby told me that represents the budget, the total budget of that automobile. And hopefully we'll have a chance to talk a little bit more about Bobby Hillis and that 0 machine a little bit later on in the show. There you see, there is the lead. The 21 car Sam Mayer has over the 19. Jesse Love working to the inside of Todd Souza there in the number 13 automobile. Souza giving up that preferred groove for Jesse Love as Love trying everything he can to keep Sam Mayer in his sights. Not working right now as Sam Mayer driving off into the distance here at the Bullring. Still right on that back bumper of Gio Scelzi. We continue to work our way back to the field. There's Gracie Trotter back in that 3rd position, looking to the inside of her teammate Holly Holland. Trotter had a very long line down in our on-track autograph session a little bit earlier on this afternoon. Very popular with the West Coast fans out here. Gracie coming to us out of North Carolina as we're going to get another caution flag. 2nd time this afternoon. Austin Reed getting turned sideways there in turn 2. And that will put us under the caution flag, and that is exactly what Jesse Love was looking for as Sam Mayer had absolutely driven off into the distance. Let's take a look at a replay of what put us under the caution flag for the 2nd time here tonight with 65 laps in the books. There you see Austin lap down, get a little impatient maybe right there, but in any case, Austin Reed getting turned sideways, and that puts us under the caution flag for the 2nd time here in the Star Nursery
at Phoenix Raceway.
ARCA Menards Series West Racing on NBCSN is brought to you by Bowdy, the quicker picker-upper. And by Richmond Water Heaters, the water heater experts.
Welcome back to ARCA Menards Series West Racing on NBCSN. Got the one-to-go signal that time around. You know, Gracie Trotter's been having a great night. Heather, what you got on her?
Yeah, Gracie is definitely having a great night out there, but you mentioned that her brake rotors are glowing. She just told her team she's tight in the center of the corner, but her crew chief said, I don't really want to put more brake into that race car because they are already glowing. But when I spoke to her earlier today, I just got to know her a little bit. She's a third-generation driver. She told me when she was 8 years old, she was begging her dad, please, Dad, let me race. And finally, he let her get into one of those go-karts, but she's running really well right now in the third position, and she says she's just looking forward to the opportunity with Bill McAnally Racing this year.
Thanks so much, Heather. And I'll tell you what, we couldn't have picked a better time to update that Gracie Trotter situation. She is on the charge, making the move up into that second position, taking that spot away from Jessie Love. Gracie Trotter taking over that second spot. Let's see if she is able to give Sam Mayer anything, but I'll tell you what, she's got her hands full. Jessie Love, he's going to dive back down to the inside, move Jessie Love back into second. Gracie Trotter falling back to third, and there you see Lawless Allen in the number 12 car. He's in the fourth position. Bill McAnally Racing Cars running second, third, and fourth right now. As there you see Sam Mayer racing his way off of that fourth turn. He's got about a 5-car length lead in hand over Jessie Love. There you see that battle for fourth, fifth, and sixth. Lawless Allen sitting in that fourth spot. The two Sunrise Ford cars. There you see the number 6. Little sideways there, Trevor Huddleston with a handful of steering wheel. Big handful of steering wheel right there. Last time off of turn 4 for Trevor Huddleston as he tries to keep Blaine Perkins in check back there at the back half of the top 5.
10 cars on the lead lap. So
You see that battle up at the front of the field. Sam Mayer, no surprise, he set a track record in general tire pole qualifying earlier this afternoon, continuing to stretch out that advantage over Jessie Love in that second position.
has pretty much dominated.
Gracie Trotter doing a great job as we come this time around. We will see the cross flags halfway home here in the Star Nursery 150. Very quick pace around the tight bullring here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's a battle between teammates. Trevor Huddleston in the 6, Blaine Perkins in the 9. Both of those drivers signed and sealed and will make a championship run here in the ARCA Menards Series West in 2020. Blaine Perkins, been a couple of years since we've seen him here full-time in the ARCA Menards Series West Series. Also made a couple of starts for 2014 ARCA Menards Series National Champion Mason Mitchell back in 2018. Of course, Trevor Huddleston has been synonymous with stock car racing here on the West Coast. Just had a chance to talk to him a little bit earlier this afternoon as well. He's obviously looking forward to making his way down to the home track, Irwindale Speedway, his family promoting events down at the Irwindale Event Center, and he's looking forward to getting down there at the end of March. Lawless Allen, this deal coming together very quickly as we've got a car off the pace here on the front straightaway. We're going to see that car right there at the bottom of the racetrack at start finish. Zack Telford coming to a stop here just past the start finish line. Looks like he may have an issue on the right front tire of that automobile. And, you know, without scheduled pit stops, and as you see, folks, there's no pit road down to the infield of the racetrack. He is going to have to take that car to the outside of the racetrack in turn 1. And Heather can add. Heather, what you got?
Well, I just noticed that Zack Telford said over the radio that they're losing the brakes on his number 17 machine, so that's the problem with him. Another driver just mentioned that they're smelling gear oil. We just saw the 54 of Joey East pull off, and I believe he might have a gear issue. I will go check on that for you, Charlie.
Thank you so much, Heather. It's not going to be very busy down there tonight, but right now Zack Telford and his crew have a lot of work to do as we are just past halfway. And we are going to take a look at the Richmond Water Heaters halfway recap here for the Star Nursery 150. Well, you hasn't led all of the way. Sam Mayer has been the dominant force, but right here, Jesse Love showing, hey, you're going to have to deal with me here today. Jesse Love sneaking to the inside and taking a look. There we see Gio Scelzi. He was on the charge early in the going, but there you see his teammate Lawless Allen right behind him. As we see Sam Mayer retaking the top spot from Jesse Love early in the going. Remember, we showed Gio Scelzi in that number 12 car. Well, there they are, come together over in turns 3 and 4. Those two teammates having a meeting of the minds. Unfortunately, Gio Scelzi coming up at the short end of the stick. As Sam Mayer continuing to dominate the first half of this one here at the Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Looking at the Spencer Clark Foundation Chevrolet for GMS Racing, as we have 83 laps now in the books. That is your Richmond Water Heaters mid-race recap. You're watching ARCA Menards Series West Racing on NBCSN.
Re-up today.
Welcome back to ARCA Menards Series West Racing on NBCSN. One to go signal here at start finish. Next time by, we will get the green flag, and Sam Mayer will go back to trying to keep Jesse Love at bay in that battle for the lead. We saw early on Jesse Love had something for Sam Mayer. It could be that he's just kind of been cooling his jets, keeping those General tires cool, as you know, without having a pit road here that we're not able to come down and change tires, tire conservation could come into play here. We'll see if Jesse Love has been playing the tire game just right here tonight. All right, green flag at the flag stand. This time by, it is in the air on the hammer out of turn 4. Sam Mayer takes off, and he's going to jump back out to the lead. Let's see if Jesse Love can slam the door on Gracie Trotter. That's exactly what he does. Gracie Trotter now having her hands full, side by side with Lawless Allen in a battle for that third position. Gracie Trotter going to take over that third spot, as now Lawless Allen has his hands full with the Sunrise Ford teammates, the Bob Brucanti team, as they battle side by side for position. There you see Trevor Huddleston to the inside, Blaine Perkins to the outside. Perkins looks like he's going to make that top side work. Maybe the first time we've seen that top groove work tonight. Jack Wood going to try to make the top side of the racetrack work as well. Not able to make that groove stick. He's going to fall in. Them work off of turn 2. There's Gio Scelzi swapping paint with Todd Souza off of turn 2. Todd, the grizzled veteran of the ARCA Menards Series West, 55 years old. His crew chief, Michael Munoz, says they've got a car that they think can win some races a little bit later on in the season, but here and Irwindale could be the Achilles heel for that team, so we'll keep an eye on.
The first time we've seen him race here in the ARCA Menards West Series. The last time we saw him was in 2017 with Steve Portgay Racing. But I talked to him about how this deal came together with Bob Brucanti. He said he was actually at the banquet in Charlotte earlier this year, and they were talking to teams trying to work out a deal, and Bob Brucanti seemed to be the right fit. And once that seat opened up, that's how he was able to get himself the 9 car. But he told me it's been a while since he's been in these cars, but it's just like riding a bike. He feels like he'll be pretty comfortable because he has raced here at the Bullring before in late models, and he said he's just really looking forward to be back into this series.
All right, Heather, thanks a lot. As Blaine Perkins told me, he's really looking forward to getting out here. It's been a while since he's been able to run for a championship anywhere, and he is just chomping at the bit to get after it here in the ARCA Menards Series West in 2020. And those teammates still going at it, hammer and tong. There you see Blaine Perkins with the advantage over teammate Trevor Huddleston. Huddleston still having his hands full with Jack Wood back there in the 78, as we got a really tight battle right there just outside of the top 5. Jack Wood, again, long day for those guys. He was under that car swapping engines, swapping transmissions. Head gasket went out in the final moments of practice earlier this afternoon. And you know, just like any racer, you don't want to have to spend all that time making a change, but always good to have that happen on the last lap of practice rather than the first lap of the race. And Jack Wood doing a great job capitalizing on that good fortune, if you want to look at it that way, and a good solid top 5, possibly top 5 run here tonight, just outside the top 5 in 6th. There you see Lawless Allen sitting in that 4th position. There you see Blaine Perkins trying to work his way to the inside of Lawless Allen as they move again to the inside of Bobby Hillis and that number 0, the less than 0. So see the body on that automobile, one of the last of the steel body cars here on the West Coast, the Toyota Camry. Why don't we go back up to the front of the field and take a look at our leader, Sam Mayer, as he works his way down the backstretch. You know, race fans, if you look at that paint scheme, and of course you see the sponsorship on that automobile, the Spencer Clark Foundation, that is the paint scheme that a young man named Spencer Clark used as he was beginning his racing career several years ago. His father, TJ Clark, a long-time West Coast racer here, not only in the ARCA Menards Series West, but also was a part of the what is now the NASCAR Gander Truck Series back in its early seasons, driving a number 23 truck. And that's what you see, the number 23 on the hood of that machine. And unfortunately, several years ago, Spencer Clark was making his way home from a race and was fatally injured in a traffic accident. He was very close friends with Spencer Gallagher, the son of GMS Racing team owner Maury Gallagher. So that is why, not only why that team is carrying that paint scheme, but quite frankly, that's why they're even out here at this race. You know, the GMS team concentrating on the East Coast races, but they did want to come out here and pay tribute to their buddy Spencer Clark at his home race. There's another that battle for between these Sunrise 4 teammates has just continued on lap after lap. Trevor Huddleston back in 6th. Huddleston trying to make that bottom groove work, but that car not quite handling enough to make that move to the bottom side of the racetrack off of the corners, and Blaine Perkins still able to hold on to that advantage as we come to complete lap 109, 41 laps to go. We'll be right back with more ARCA Menards Series West racing on NBCSN.
Tap today.
Sam Mayer got it done at New Smyrna Speedway last Monday, and it looks like he's about to put the period on this one here tonight. Jesse Love will have one more shot at it. Sam will have lane choice on this restart, and if he holds to form, he's going to select that preferred bottom groove. We haven't seen it happen too much tonight, folks, but we have seen the outside lane work a couple of times, so it's not like it's a foregone conclusion that Sam Mayer is going to take the lead off the bottom groove and just drive off to victory here unchallenged. But Jesse Love certainly will have his work cut out for him. And if you remember back on that last restart,
yes, absolutely.
Gracie Trotter was able to sneak by and take over that second spot for a couple of laps before Jesse was able to take it back over. Just a couple of laps remaining. Heather, what you got going on down there before we go back green?
Well, you're doing a great job up in the booth there, Charlie, but I just wanted to update you on the 9. He just came over the radio to his team, and he told him, I really need to be on the apron in turns 3 and 4. He actually showed him right here on this rumble strip, and they said, well, you're doing great. As you mentioned, Charlie, he is catching that 12 car, so what he's doing right now is he told him just to keep driving the same way that he was. But a funny story there with Blaine Perkins. We've seen him in this series before. The last time he raced with us was in 2017 with Steve Portengay Racing, but he's back, and he said it's like riding a bike. But how that deal came together is he was at the banquet in Charlotte after he won the 2019 championship in California in the late models, and he said he was talking to a lot of teams trying to work out a deal to get a ride this year. He talked to Brabham Crotty, and when that seat opened up, it just happened to be the right fit. So he's happy to be with them. He also was teammates with Trevor in the past, so we'll see how he does here at the end of this race.
Thanks a lot, Heather. Back to green flag racing. There you see Jesse Love trying to keep that outside groove, trying to keep that position. Sam Mayer not going to let him have it. Sam Mayer takes the lead, and there you see the battle for third. Gracie Trotter getting pushed up the racetrack by Blaine Perkins in the number 9. Side-by-side battle for third. Gracie Trotter not wanting to give it up, swapping some paint down the backstretch, Trotter driving it in deep into turns 3 and 4, but she's going to push up the racetrack. That's going to allow Blaine Perkins to take over that 3rd position. Trevor Huddleston now working to the inside of Lawless Allen in a battle for 5th. Allen not wanting to give it up either. He's going to try to make that outside group work, but he's got some pressure from Jack Wood. They come together. Wood off the gas. He's going to give up a spot to Gio Selzy. Wow, chaos here on this restart as we come to 3 laps to go. This time by, there you see the field now starting to string out single file. Sam Mayer working his way off at turn 4. He will get the 3 to go signal this time around. Jesse Love sitting back in that 2nd position. He's 10 car lengths off the back bumper of Sam Mayer. No pressure at the front of the field. 2 laps to go this time around. Sam Mayer needs to make 2 more laps. Mistake-free, problem-free as we circulate down the backstretch here at the Bullring. Sam Mayer will be looking at the white flag. 3/8 of a mile to go for the defending ARCA Menards Series East champion, Sam Mayer. Working his way cleanly through turns 1 and 2 and down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag in the air. Sam Mayer will go to victory lane here in the ARCA Menards Series West season opener. Gracie Trotter, but that is the man that will celebrate down in victory lane. Sam Mayer dominating the action here at the Bullring tonight.
Series. East Racing on NBCSN is brought to you by Sioux Chief, America's manufacturer of plumbing products. Welcome back to the Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Race 1 of the 2020 ARCA Menards Series West season is finished, and it ended just like New Smyrna did with Sam Mayer in victory lane. Now let's hear from the winner of the Star Nursery 150.
Sam Mayer, your winner here at the Las Vegas Bullring, champion in the East Series last year, picking up right where he left off with yet another win. He won at New Smyrna in the East. Here he is winning in the ARCA Menards West. Sam, I know tonight was a special win for you. Talk about how much it means to bring home this win, not only for your team, but for the Gallaghers as well.
Yeah, it's so special, and I never had a connection to Spencer, but being with the team, I actually feel that connection. So it's really special to have him on the car, and it's really emotional. It's just, even before the race, we were feeling the emotions of it, and now we're going to definitely feel it after a victory like that. We definitely did what Spencer would have done, go out and wax the field like so. That it was really good. I can't thank GMS enough for bringing out the best car out here today, and man, I'm going to enjoy this one for sure.
I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you think you can win every race in not only the East, but the West as well?
I mean, after New Smyrna, that was a goal, and it was a long shot, and now we're just saying that it's actually possible. So it's still a long shot, but I have a lot more confidence now in that.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I want to take a look at the results of tonight's Star Nursery 150 from the Bullring here in Las Vegas. Again, Sam Mayer in victory lane. Jesse Love with a 2nd place finish, finishing up in the top 10. Jack Wood with his 7th place finish. And we look at the 2nd page of results.
An impressive run here for Jesse Love, 2nd place. You led a little bit there. It's your first race here in the ARCA Menards West. How would you evaluate your run tonight if you could give yourself a grade?
Yeah, I mean, probably about an A, but without the plus on the end. We were pretty good, but, you know, Kyle Leslick and the whole Napa team had this number 19 Napa Power Premium Plus Toyota Camry on a rail the whole time. So, you know, we started off maybe a little bit too snug, but, you know, we're going to come back swinging the next time. You know, we were, you know, way better than the rest of the guys that are going for the West Championship. So we're going to come back and hopefully win Irwindale. You know, Sam, you did a hell of a job the whole time, and I thought we got him. I thought we got him one time, but he had a really good long run car, and, you know, he's been doing it a long time. So we're going to come back to Irwindale, I think it is, swinging, and hopefully win that race. So I'm looking forward to it.
You mentioned Irwindale. What takeaways have you learned tonight that you think you can apply there?
Yeah, I know lap cars are going to play a factor no matter what. So, that was definitely a really hard part, was playing the lap car game and making sure you were ready for them, and you weren't sure where they're going to go. So you had to be ready for them. But other than that, I know I got a really great team behind me and a really great car, and hopefully going to Irwindale will be, even better, and hopefully that's going to be the plan, and hopefully we'll win that thing and come out of there with the points lead.
That's Jesse Love with a nice top 5 here in his first start with Bill McAnally Racing on the ARCA Menards West Series.
Again, the ARCA Menards Series East will be in action next from Five Flags Speedway in Pensacola, Florida for their second race of the season. You can catch all the action on Track Pass from NBC Sports Gold or see it here on NBCSN, March 23rd at 6 p.m.
Third place finisher tonight is Blaine Perkins. Blaine, you told me earlier it's like riding a bike being back in this series, and here you are in the top 3. You said you wanted to get podiums to go for this championship for Bob Rincati. Tell us a little bit about your run tonight. I know you were catching these guys.
Yeah, no, we had a really good number 9 Sunrise Ford 4-star fruit Ford. I just can't thank everybody back at the shop getting these cars ready. Bob Rincati for giving me this amazing opportunity. Jeff Schrader gave me a great car tonight. So just really looking forward to the rest of the year. Like I said, this is my first podium in K&N or ARCA now. So I'm just really looking forward to this year, getting to Irwindale. It's really cool to have Ford Performance with us this year, partnering with Sunrise Ford Racing and as well as Haas Racing Development. So we're going to have a fun weekend here in Las Vegas, hang out at the Cup track, and just looking forward to Irwindale.
Now, speaking of Irwindale, that's your teammate's home track. He won there last year. You guys have been teammates before in late models. How much does that help you so far just in this first race?
Like it came to me as the race went on, so we worked really well together this weekend. And like I said, it's just a really good friendship. We've known each other for about 10 years now, so I'm getting back with this team and with him. Communication's been great, and I'm just looking forward to the rest of the year.
Well, there you have it, guys. Best finish in the ARCA Menards West Series for Blaine Perkins here.
What a great night of racing from Bullring here in Las Vegas Motor Speedway, kicking off the ARCA Menards Series West season. It did not disappoint as the action was all over the track tonight. We saw a dominating performance from Sam Mayer in the special Spencer Clark tribute paint scheme. BMR drivers Jesse Love and Gracie Trotter had great runs, finishing in the top 5. And don't forget, NBC is your home for ARCA Menards Series East and West racing, as well as the NASCAR Modified Series. Thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoyed the show.